then, why?
Don't play with it. Slå de sheriff i. Yet again, I have my iPad with me for all the information because it's a lot, but I wanted to go over quick things that I've seen, realized, not mentioned, but like from opening it and everything and doing a little bit more research. There are things I wanted to mention about the new MacBook, and yeah, I got, again, a little list, and I'm gonna go through the points. I wrote the list originally 2 weeks ago at least, so it's funny to me because I mentioned mid-August, but I'm uploading this end of August, so yeah. One thing I quickly realized whilst opening it was actually the MagSafe, because of the texture of the MacBook. It's gonna be scratching a lot. That is something that I've realized kind of quickly when you put it in. If you try to wiggle and find where the plug is, you're gonna scratch a lot of the MacBook on that part. Also, while I was opening it and trying to set up everything, I realized that if your hands are slightly oily, your fingerprints are gonna like be all over it, and they're very apparent compared to the other ones. When you handle it, again, the fingerprints just like stay on it so much. As far as specs go, I have slightly higher specs than the basic. I'm gonna insert what the specs are right here, but I have a higher than average specs on that part, and yeah, only because I could. And now I know that I've mentioned so many times already, but I know that my boyfriend is building himself a PC, and if you total up the costs, the MacBook Air as we got it and his PC are gonna cost about the same. But the reasoning that went into getting the MacBook in the first place is because the PC is like a tower. It's not very practical when it comes to school and everything, and we've put the specs high as they are because we are both gamers and we love to game a lot. And for now, since he doesn't have his PC built, we can actually play on the MacBook Air and not have any problems. Also, I'm editing a lot and I eventually want to do 4K. and 4K needs higher specs than normal to be able to process and render and everything correctly in Final Cut Pro so that it doesn't lag and everything. So that was also why. And yeah, I highly recommend to get a case, a screen protector, and a trackpad protector, as well as the keyboard cover to stop dust from going in between the keys. If I'm not mistaken, it's still the butterfly keys, the butterfly keyboard. So that is something I recommend a lot, and I've been doing research for a month at least for screen protectors and case for the MacBook Air M2, and I cannot for the life of me can find what I'm looking for. You can find many ones for hard shell covers that are going to tell you they're for MacBook M1 and M2, which is a lie because they're not the same dimensions. If ever you're looking for a case or a screen protector, look with the model number. So look for 2681, A2681. I'm going to put it on screen right now. Look for that model in the description, because if it's not in there, it's not going to fit. The new MacBook Air is 13.6, where the original one was 13-inch. So if you order one that just says, oh, it's for M1 and M2, but the model isn't actually in there, it's not going to fit. So that is one thing to keep in mind, and that is where I mentioned everything comes out mid of August, because things have started to release more for M2 only. But again, they're hard shell covers and they break so easily. I've had some for my MacBook Pro before, but they break on the corners so fast, and they've actually scratched my MacBook with the hard shell because it chips away. But yeah, as far as keyboard covers go, I highly recommend it again because it stops dust. But also I just like the texture that it adds on it. So you can usually easily find bundles that come with the hard case, the cover case, the keyboard, like dust protector, and the screen protector. And they usually come in a pack for around $20 to $30 on Amazon, Canadian dollars, and usually it lasts maybe like a couple months and then you have to change it. But if you want, you can just get like the keyboard dust and everything separately. It's gonna come up to a little bit more just because you're buying them individually, but it's in the long run gonna last longer. And yeah, why I'm saying the touchpad protector is because I realized that like with your, you know, like fingers and nails and everything, you can still scratch it and it's gonna leave marks and things. And while putting one in my previous MacBook Pro again, I was able to just take it off after the year I had my MacBook, and it actually protected it so much. And I haven't seen it yet for the M2, but I know the MacBook Pro, the touchpad protector, you can get it so it feels like paper. So I have it on my iPad where it's like, it's paper feeling, and it's just so cool. It just feels a lot nicer compared to having just a classic screen protector. As far as the actual screen protector goes, I don't have any preferences myself, but I know that if you're looking for anti-glare or matte looking screen protectors so that you don't have like the reflections, they're a little bit harder to find, or they're a little bit more costly, but I know that they are worth it if it's something that you're very much looking for. And that basically covers everything that I had to say. But if you want more details as to the specs and everything and how I went about getting it, I have actually posted a video about a month ago talking about it in just like a sit down chit chat vlog. So if you want to go look for it, it's on my channel somewhere, or I'm gonna leave it just in the description below, basically what the name is. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next week. I have more fashion things coming and more like summer videos. I feel a lot behind on those ones, but it's the end of summer and I'm actually doing something with my life, so I'll be sure to keep you updated on that and keep you, yeah, posted. So leave a like and subscribe, and I never say it, but please do consider it. I am, as of right now, 1 subscriber away from being 230 subscribers, which is crazy, but thank you.